So today I'm joined by Marios Sideras. Marios, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
No worries. So obviously then you started off as a player, now into management. You also came to Manchester to do some coaching at their campus in Manchester, UCFB. So we're going to talk about all of that today. But could you start us off with your early days growing up playing football?
Yes, so about my early days, obviously here in Cyprus, I don't know if a lot of people know about Cyprus, but okay, it's just a small island. But in Cyprus, let's say almost everybody played football when they were young. It's we are so passionate about football here, and okay, I started very young, from 6 years old, and I fell in love with it ever since.
So when you were playing football in Cyprus, what is that whole environment like? Because it's quite a hot country to be playing football in, right?
It is. It is even now that I'm a coach. It's quite difficult. Example, now in pre-season we had double sessions, and it's impossible to train after 8 o'clock in the morning, and impossible before 6 in the afternoon. So whatever you do has to be before 8 o'clock in the morning and 6 in the afternoon and after, or else it's not possible really.
Isn't that quite cool though, that you can train at like 7 p.m? That's quite cool, no?
It is, but at the same time, it's difficult. And in terms of like the players that they have to recover, if you think about it, they don't have a lot of time to recover. Even their sleep get affected after, and it's quite of a mess. But honestly, it's lovely to be here. And even if you came, I don't know, for holiday or something, you would definitely enjoy it.
So in terms of the facilities in Cyprus, because you mentioned it's quite a small island, what is the facilities like in football?
I will say for me is nowhere near the level that I saw in UK. At the moment, we have some clubs like Paphos, but they play now for qualification in Champions League. We have Aris, the team that I am coach now. They are trying to be more professional, and to be honest, these teams now they have facilities for a very, very good level. But I think in Cyprus, in general, we have this massive gap of good facilities, and the rest they might not even have facilities. So it's a process now in Cyprus. We slowly get better.
So in terms of being a professional player out in Cyprus, before we move on to you and your individual journey, but to be a pro player in Cyprus, is it a good experience? Would you gain a lot by being out there?
I think you will, especially for the experience and the tough moments, because, as I said, here in Cyprus, many teams, let's say the salary even in first division is not ideal, and you get this feeling of you struggle, you have to try your best, but at the same time you might need to have another job, and this is for the, let's say, second division teams. But yeah, professional football here now is in a very good level in general, and yeah.
So in terms of your professional journey, then, where did it all start off for you? So before you moved into an academy, were you playing every day with your friends? Were you at a grassroots team?
Yes, I was a part of, let's say, in my age, you will still play in the neighborhood outside with friends and stuff. So we would, let's say, you will train 2 hours and then you will go home and you will still play around with your friends. So I don't think it's happening now for many reasons. But yeah, but about this, in grassroots level in Cyprus, you only get 3 hours per week plus 1 hour the game. So for me, I think we need to improve this. Is not enough to progress, let's say, for then at the youth level and then hopefully as a professional. 3 hours per week is not enough.
So you were paying to be in a team, and you had 3 hours training and then 1 game a week.
Yes, but this is for grassroots level, let's say until 13 years old.
But that's better than England.
You think so?
No, in England, you get 1 hour session and then 1 game.
Okay. To be honest, I was not aware of that.
No, but to be honest, I think even if I was to have 3 hours, I'd still want to play more football, you know?
Definitely, yeah. 3 hours per day, not per week.
Oh, okay. So, let's talk about then your personal journey. So you got signed up into Limassol, one of the best academies, if not the best, in Cyprus. What was that like for you? Were you eyeing up a professional football route?
Um, to be honest, back in the day, you don't see many things that I can see now. As an experience, it was very good. As I said, when you move up to the youth level and then hopefully the first team, you get to train more, you get to network with more people in and around football. But again, as you said, with the weather, I love Cyprus, but the weather for me to be a professional is a massive struggle, because even if you want to do extra work, it's almost impossible. And but in terms of the experiences and everything, it was very nice. I even used to go for individual trainings in some gyms with, I don't know, air condition or whatever, just to be able to do more. But again, it was very difficult.
Well, you were there you were around 15 when you were at the academy, which is quite something because obviously you start to look at a professional career at 17 or 18. So for you, what were the coaches sort of doing to make you ready for professional football?
Actually, if I'm honest, now that I'm a coach, I want to say that I didn't have the best coaches. In terms of mentality-wise, I was a player that I was a lot about psychology, and we didn't have this support, let's say, that I'm trying to provide now to the young athletes. And you sort of had to try to find your way through around the tough moments. But okay, one very good coach that I had would always try to tell me in game not to, let's say, work very hard, because sometimes when you try so hard in the pitch, it doesn't actually help your performance. I don't know if it makes sense. Like when you try to affect the game more, when you run more, but without the reason, when you have to get the ball and you have to do the things that you have to do, you are too tired, and then it just makes your game drop in a way. But professional football to youth football is another planet, I would say.
So when I was doing my research on you as a player, I believe you got 10 goals and 13 assists in your age bracket, right?
Yes.
So what position were you playing? Because that to me sounds like you were an attacker.
I was a number 10.
Yeah.
About that season, I remember we were in... so back in the day, we had promotions and relegations, and the team that I signed, got relegated. So basically, we were playing in B division, but our team was a division. So this is why I had the big numbers, even though I was playing in midfield or as a number 10 sometimes. But normally, I was playing as a number 8 mostly.
So did you enjoy your time at the academy? How did that come to an end?
I enjoyed it a lot. Unfortunately, is the problem with every Cypriot now. I don't know if you heard of it. We have to go to the army for 1 year, and you have to go. It's not like you can miss it. And when you go in the army for a year, yes, they let you out some days to go and train or whatever, but you don't get to sleep a lot. You miss a lot of trainings. And trust me, if you stay a year without, let's say, training professionally, it affects you in many ways. And then you go inside the pitch for a game. You don't have the same confidence. The physical is not there. The mentality is not there. You lose some more trainings, and you lose some touches during the game. So it's difficult, and actually is a thing that we have to see as a country because it's mandatory.
So when you went to the army, how old were you when you signed up?
So in the army, I was 17 and a half. And as I said, we stayed there for a year. It was summer of 2016. and then you get released after a year, and it was summer of 2017. And this is where I came to UK for studies.
Okay, so you joined Palladium Academy though as well.
Which academy, sorry?
Palladium?
Karmiotissa, yes.
Sorry, yeah,
Karmiotissa.
my
Yes,
pronunciation's not great, but yeah, go
I
on,
know
talk to me
it's
about
not
that.
the. I understand. Yes, yes.
So could you talk to me about
So this is the year when I was in the army. So basically, I went there because they gave me, there is a permission for soldiers that if, let's say, you have a professional contract, you are allowed to go out for trainings, let's say 5 times per week, and one was the game. So this is why I left Apollon Limassol and I went to Karmiotissa, because I spoke with Apollon. They didn't give me those army permission, let's say. And in Karmiotissa, they said, okay, we want you here for a year, okay. You will get the army permissions. And it was easier for me to, let's say, continue instead of going out twice per week, which was the normal one for the army. And yeah, you can imagine I wouldn't train. It will be impossible.
So you were there until you were 21, right?
No, I was there for a year.
Okay.
And then 18 and a half until 21, I was in at UCFB campus in Manchester.
So in your time at the academy, were you like 16, but you were playing under 17, or you were playing up age groups?
Yes.
Okay. So what was that like to play in like the under 18s, under 21s?
So we had under 15s. I was with Apollon. Under 17s, I was with Apollon. And with Karmiotissa, when they took me, I didn't play under 19 football. I went straight to under 21 when I was 18 and a half. And under 21, it's a weird division because you have players from the first team. Every team is allowed to have, I think, 4 or 5 players from the first team each week. And it was not men's football, but it was very, very close to it. But now we don't have this in Cyprus anymore. It's under 19, and after you can go in third division, fourth, second, whatever.
So then you went to UCFB, which is obviously a decently big university in the UK. I know they have a campus at Wembley and in Manchester. So I believe you were at the Etihad. And why did you decide that was the right place for you to leave Cyprus and come to the UK?
So I knew that I wanted to do something with football. And actually, before I left for UCFB, I made some coaching sessions myself, and I seem to enjoy it. And this is where I took the decision that if I want to take it more serious, I should study something close to football. And to be honest, I was going to be a fitness coach. But 3 weeks before I decided that I'm going to go to a university, it was in Greece, we found out about UCFB. And I was amazed by as we said before, with the facilities, with pretty much everything. And it didn't disappoint when I went there.
So when you first got there, what was your whole experience like? Like, how did you settle in? And I suppose everyone around you wanted to sort of do the same thing.
Yes. To be honest, it was very difficult for me to settle in. When you go to a place that you don't know anybody, it's kind of weird. But yeah, I found some friends along the way in uni. We used to have practical sessions, which was very helpful in the pitch, because I don't know how to say this, but you might be in a place with 20 people and don't speak to anybody. But when you are in the pitch, in a way, you sort of start to speak with everybody. And this is how I got my friendship, basically. Actually, it was from football in the pitch.
So at your campus, which is obviously in Manchester, they had the facilities for you to go and play and you to coach as well.
Yes, they gave us this opportunity. We had teams in the university, and we actually had a lot of links to go and play National League. I think it was National League North or divisions below. But unfortunately, in my first year, I had a bad injury with my hamstring, and after that, I said maybe not take it fully professionally, maybe focus more on coaching, and this is how I ended up playing semi-pro until now, to be honest.
So you're still playing now?
I'm still playing. Is a fourth division club in Cyprus. I have problems now because uh, I recently got signed as assistant coach of K19 of Aris. And with the times, you can imagine I don't have the same time as before. But I can play, let's say, Sunday league as you have in UK. I'm still young and I enjoy playing football. So for me, it doesn't matter where, just to enjoy.
So you went back to Limassol to be an academy coach after you got your degree, I suppose. So what was that like to return back to your club? What were you actually doing?
So when I came back, honestly, it was during COVID as well. This was the year I finished uni and I came back to Cyprus. I must say I was very disappointed with what I saw in Cyprus, the facilities. I mean, I knew it from before, but I thought, let's say, economically it will be better and stuff like that, but it wasn't. So for most of the part, I had to do two jobs. But again, I started from grassroots because of my licenses and stuff like that. I loved it. I still love to coach grassroots if I have the time. But yeah, first, let's say 2 years was very hard for me. It was a unique experience.
So when you came back from England, from UFCB, what were your licenses in terms of coaching badges? Because as people might not know, you got FA 1, 2, 3, then you got UEFA CB, A Pro.
Yes. So actually, I tried when I was in UK to get some extra licenses through university as well. They helped us to. I did FA level 1 in talent development. I think yes, FA level 1 in psychology. They help us with FA level 1 in futsal. And obviously, I had the UEFA C before I went to UCFB. And when I came back in Cyprus in my second year, I did my UEFA B license. And at the moment, I'm currently doing my UEFA A license.
So how are you enjoying the licenses? Do they work for you?
Definitely, yes. Is as I said, when you go to these events, is good for your networking. Is good for your knowledge. It's good to see like different coaches, different ideas, different mentalities. Is very nice. And just a fun fact, because I'm moving very fast, let's say at a young age, I wanted to see who was the youngest UEFA license holder. And I actually asked the CFA instructor, and he told me he was 26 and something days. And unfortunately, when I'm gonna finish, I'm gonna be 27 and some days. So I didn't make it.
You just miss out.
For a few months, yes.
Okay, so in terms of what you want to do then, because obviously you're serving, or you did serve at Limassol, obviously where you played as assistant coach of the under-17s, head coach of the under-16s. So what do you really want to achieve then in your coaching career?
At the moment, I'm still thinking about that in terms of, do I enjoy youth football more? Do I enjoy helping young players in many aspects in their life, and also helping them progress to professional football? And if I want to continue to a first team level, and actually I had this experience a week ago, which was very eye-opening for me. I went with the Aris first team. With them, I was there for a week, and I saw many things. I got many experiences. As I said before, I was speaking with the head coach, the assistant coach there, the goalkeeper coach. and it's much different. Professional football to youth football is the demands are different as a coach.
So in
But
terms
I'm
of,
still thinking about it.
well, do you want to go abroad? Do you want to go and manage in a place, I don't know, Andorra, Gibraltar, Germany? Like, would you ever consider leaving Cyprus?
Yeah, definitely. Again, unfortunately, I love my country, but I think if I want to go, let's say, to the next level, eventually I will have to move abroad. Where that is, I don't know, but if I'm gonna make that step, it should be something better than what it is here, basically.
Well, Marios, look, I really appreciate you joining me today. I think your career is only just getting started with your UEFA A, UEFA B, and everything in between. So best of luck with it. Keep me updated, and all the
Thank
best.
you. Thank you very much.